Hello and welcome back to Let's Play the Worry of Newport. We're about to commence part 2 of this Lovecraftian inspired tale. I've cranked up the settings to the recommended rating, which I was apparently not using when I recorded the first part, hence the sunny disposition of the island. So now hopefully we get all the good foggy stuff. So without further ado, I'm just going to launch the Worry of Newport Part 2, and we'll see where this journey takes us.
That cage of yours did not prove to be my end. I escaped, breaking through the weathered iron bars, making for the bridge. Unfortunately, I did not make it far. I lost consciousness from blood loss before I reached land. Myself in unfamiliar territory. It seemed grey that my journey was not over. I can say now with hindsight that it was only the beginning of what really mattered, of the horrors I had seen. I found myself gaining consciousness in a house during a tremendous downpour, surprised to feel no pain from the then bandaged wound in my right leg. Unfortunately, the door had been locked, so I waited it out. All I had to occupy my time was a man's diary by his bed. The poor fellow.
Alrighty, here we are back in the Worry of Newport, and it is certainly looking very sexy. And a kind of grudge girl. No, it's not. God, I've screwed that up. Grudge does not have the girl. It's the ring I'm thinking of. Sexy like the ring girl. Whatever. So hopefully there's no glitchy kind of recording. Book was by his bed. So let's have a look at that. Alright. My 2-week vacation to the colony has finally come to an end. As I write, I am situated on the back of Newport's finest stagecoach, being taken to my abode in the Swampy Mountains. Swampy Mountains? Really? Alright. My condition is unfortunate, as it keeps me confined to the murky, moist airs that Newport so desperately lacks, besides for those aforementioned marshy lands. My stay at the colony was beneficial. I was able to speak to Marsh about an expedition he was going to undertake with his friend Gray into the Atlantic. This stay, along with my extended conversation with Dr. Mendez, sealed my renewed faith in Newport. It is in good hands, and is situated among the fastest growing colonies of our time. Ah, the coach is coming to a stop. I do not recognize this place. Sid. Page 2. I am at last home, relaxing now in my bed, just writing and thinking about my past day. I wonder what Gray meant when he told me he'd see me soon. He lives nearly 60 miles away in the colony, and has never come to visit me before. His smile hinted at a more sinister means of visitation, but I do not believe what people say about Gray. He is a man of God, not of Satan, not of anything evil or greedy. This is my biggest dispute with Marsh, time and time again. Besides, I do not have any sway regardless. My days as governor are long over, and my retirement here, due to my disease, has finalized my non-existence in the mind of our colony's new officials. Page 3. Last night I heard the most awful chanting and howling. It came from all directions, the colonies included. Explosions and screams mingled with chaotic chanting and laughing. The distances the voices carried were simply impossible. I am over 50 miles away from any civilized life in Newport, alone in the mountain. The noises are getting closer and closer, and I fear for my safety. What of my son or my wife? I do hope they are alright, but there is nothing a man can do. So I shall hope for the best, but sleep with one eye open. And that looks like the end of it. So I'll throw that book away and chillax. Those are some fat ass raindrops. Alright. It's certainly a lot darker, and I can't really see anything. I might have to close my curtains. Make this even more atmospheric, eh? Oh wait. Thanks, lightning bolt. You've certainly got me out of a tight spot.
Once I got out of the house, I followed the road. I found a ledge I could descend from at the end.
Woo! Chillax, bro. What did I ever do to you, Zeus?
Gray, what do you mean? Why would you ask me that now? You want me to retell you the entire story? I still do not remember how I came to be in a frozen winter forest, nor do I remember possessing a late wife. But this memory is clear as day, and goes as follows.
Well, this looks a bit nicer. So the bed's a bit dirty, and the floor. There's holes in the roof, but that's alright. We've got some more reading to do. So much more reading.
The German winter is unforgiving at this hour. The wind outside howls and moans with an unnatural clarity, and I swear I can almost hear her voice mingled within it. Tonight I will go outside and visit her grave again. I wonder if she can hear my voice over the howling wind.
Alrighty, there's some reading done for me, and I'm always appreciative of that. Doesn't look like that's a note or anything. There was one by the bed. Oh, washing machine even. How stylish. I can't really get into the bathroom. Alright, I'll read the diary by the bed.
It is so overwhelming to look at him sitting there, eyes glassed over by worry. Why will he not listen to me like he used to? He is but a stranger now. His pen never ceases to stop writing formulas, theories, half-crafted ideas, and foolish, docile hopes. Oh, my fears are you have proven the master of me once again. I can only dream and hope, dream and lay back, feeling the warmth of the desert or the still peace of the Atlantic. Sit and dream that I am truly not in this frozen wasteland they call Prussia, alone, save for a man whom I no longer recognize.
Well, well. The plot thickens. We're in Prussia, apparently. Very nice. Don't get a lot of this snowy winter wonderland stuff where I'm from. Alright, what do we got here? Hello, the ferry to Newport leaves tomorrow.
Yes, Gray. The second memory, the one I am now describing for you, was of me walking down a long road in the winter. It must have taken place some time after the previous in the house. The biting cold ate at my scarcely clothed frame, and I could only drag my feet and stare through frosted eyes as I progressed towards some goal or end to which I felt driven.
I'm not sure if I should be going and investigating those houses. On a slightly tangential note, I always liked the sort of frost effects.
I felt motivated, truly compelled to drag myself across that muddy, frozen road. I knew some unimaginable reward must lie waiting for me at the end, lest I was tricked to die in the wilderness. Even as a memory, I felt bound to the experience. It was as if I were truly there. And yes, I chose not to tell you of this memory before, as I knew it would conflict with your judgment. But it seems, Gray, that you have caught on to my lapse of information.
As I was saying, the frost effect from the original Crysis game, which is being reused here, always appreciated that. I think it's just a little bit of immersion. I mean, we get plenty of blood splatters and stuff on our screens nowadays in gaming, and I think the frost is a little bit of an extra exploitation of that sort of breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. Here lies Dorian Cullum, 1870 to 1900. I am, I was, I will be again. Well, that's optimistic of you. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. What do we got? Those damned thieves! They dug up Dorian last night. I was right here, in my bed, too drunk and too stupid to hear them unearth the body. Poor Dorian Calm. Calm? How do you say that? Callum? Calm? Calm. God knows what they wanted with his remains, or what they'll do with him later. I asked Alexander. He didn't hear anyone come last night. His boots and gloves weren't muddy though, so he gets off innocent in my book. I'll travel down to Branson Harbour and ask any of the merchants if anything of particular note was shipped out in a hurry last night. I doubt I'll get any answers from my inquiry, as no one responds to the dull stature of one gravekeeper. None of the other graves have been disturbed, and nothing of note was found. I intend on doing a pass to look for footprints, but at the rate it's snowing, they'll be covered up in moments. This concludes report number 1 for the month of August. Herman time. I don't know if I can keep that up. Page 2. Let's see if I can recapture that magic. I was on the wire with Cologne Law for 2 hours, thoroughly disgusted with how poorly the disappearance of Dorian Cullum has been handled by the authorities. Graciously have tried to find the poor man, but they've been turning a cold shoulder to me, no doubt, due to my history with Prussian law. Why is this guy in Prussia? My accent is totally well off for this, but who cares? It's theatrical. The same mannerisms were presented by the upstanding merchants in Branson Harbour just down the road. They claimed to not even know who Colin was. How ridiculous. One of the finest people out of Brandenburg, if you ask me. Oh, his art and his music. How beautiful it was. His early death rocked circles of friends for months to come. How can they now pretend he never existed? I'll contact Oif Grey. Don't know how to pronounce that one either. Yay. Oif Grey. As her husband is now on leave. God damn it. I totally lost my accent there. She commonly immerses herself in local law and news, notwithstanding her natural instinct with art and music. Perhaps she too has heard of Colum. I'll know by tomorrow when I take the next coach up to a residence. I'm in time. Page 3. If you're reading this, my last entry, please keep in mind that I'll die within the night. I've resigned myself to my fate after much frivolous oppression to it on my part. Alexander, my only hope, is dead. I do not have time to explain the circumstances of the early morning, but last night is almost here, and soon I will know the bitter taste of defeat. If I leave, they'll find me. If I hide, I'll be found. The best I can do is drink myself to sleep. Drink the pain away so I might die in my sleep. Know that Dorian Column's apparent disappearance is singularly related with the inscription on his gravestone. I shake in pure horror, shake and weep at the revelation I learned this morning. Why did I not realize it before? He wanted to be found. He had more plans. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. Voice acting for the possible win, most likely for the loss. Alright, we'll head back over to the road. If I can find it again. Let's hide out in the bushes! It looks like an umbrella. Is that an umbrella? It is an umbrella! What's an umbrella doing here with a lantern? Can't pick it up anywhere.
I see. What do you know about my memories that you're not telling me? Was it you who put that note on the woman's grave?
Oh wow. Lots of snowy forests, so that looks interesting. Is that a fortress of some kind? I can't quite tell. Oh no, it's a dock. No.
So be it. I ventured down the trail, the outline of the mountain inside. I made my way down a steep traverse and looked down at a relatively small port in the distance, where I knew the ferry would be in a few hours. From here I cannot say what happened, but it makes sense that this was my journey here to Newport. In any case, Gray, I cannot remember more. And please, do not push me. You are locked in that manor, and I have the means to make a fire out here. I do not think you are in a position to dictate how this conversation continues. You've heard enough. Allow me to continue where I left off, climbing down those rocks from the house in the storm. And so, after I climbed down from that cliffside, I found myself located in a singularly disturbing forested patch leading toward what smelled like a rank swamp at the time. The woods on either side were much too thick and brooding for me to pass them, so I kept down the trail. The area ahead proved to be enough of a challenge for me anyway.
Bloody hell. More of those squiddy things. Well, this is atmospheric. It's very well done. Very good means of storytelling. It definitely does remind me of Scratches quite a bit, which is good because I thoroughly enjoyed that. They're everywhere, these bloody Cthulhu spawn type thingies. Wow. That's sort of more reminiscent of the squiddies from The Matrix, I think. What do we have over here, eh? Well, he certainly doesn't have any hesitation for jumping off high things. Don't know if that's commendable or not. So let's take a boat, eh? We don't have any oars or anything though. What are we doing? This is madness! So we have magic propelling boat. It's very tense. It's very well done. Okay, so we're getting out here, I guess. That was useful. I hope I'm supposed to be getting out.
I then found myself lost in new territory for me. A swamp. My method of escape proved to be a house not too far from where I jumped down, populated by a singularly terrifying creature. The marshy expanse itself would prove to be useless to me beyond a small camp in the wilderness, but the house was my escape. To acquire the ladder from the house, I managed to kill what was inside by gathering gas tanks and barrels and detonating them with the man's pistol, which I had found in the campsite.
That's kind of cool. Retrospective storytelling, providing a guide as to what I'm supposed to do to advance. So I gotta find some gas tanks, I guess. Gas tanks and a pistol. Probably should have paid a little bit more attention as to where the pistol was located. Nice little constipated climbing sound effect. God damn it. Yeah, I think in this situation, I'm not sure if I'd just sit in the swamp and wait for malaria to take me, or if I'd actually venture on and try and take on the monster in the house, or whatever it is. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta do the use key to climb ladders. What the hell? It's an explosion. So the ladder's over there. Does that mean I'm supposed to go back down? And go under this rather than over it? Truly don't know. That ain't good. What? What am I doing? I don't have any guns or gas tanks. I'm running away. It's called fuck this, I'll come back later. Okay, there's a gas tank. Where the hell is the gun? Alright, let's carry this. Where should I put it though? That's the question. Maybe around the side here. fair. That's probably not the best place for it, but... alright. Next. Got one gas tank, and no pistol. Skeeves me out. Right. This is where we left the boat. I'll try following these lanterns and see where I end up. Aha! Found you. Let's do some reading by the fire, eh? At last I have some quiet where I can think and write. Oh, this is a German expeditionary log, by the way. Number 65. We're safe for now. Jared radioed us. He told us to go, and that he'd distract it and try to trap it. For the past half hour we heard screaming, gunfire, and a hammer banging off in the swamp. I think he might have been able to trap it in the house up on the walkway, not too far away. God knows why someone has a house in these god-forsaken swamps, but it is a miracle he found it in time. The creature came out of the woodwork at us with blinding speed, attacking me and my partner Agner. I got a shot into its, leg with my M1911. M1911, whatever. It ran off, no doubt going after Jared's aforementioned party. He radioed us he would take care of it. I hope he can. The proportions of the creature were unlike anything I've ever seen. I have only read fables of the creatures deep in the ancient Prussian forests who fit such a bill, but here, on Newport? In the meantime, we're lost in this blasted swamp and have little rations and no means to escape until sunrise. What perplexes me more is the sound of fighting, explosions, and roaring all around us in the far distance. Has Newport been attacked? And more importantly, I do not think we are safe for long. I can hear noises in the trees. That's the only page, so throw it in the fire! Pick up the gun. Let's do this. There's nothing else around here. Sweet! Probably only have one bullet, so I'm not gonna click away. Don't worry, big slimy monster thing, I'm coming to explode you, so you needn't fret. Your time on this planet is nearly at an end. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Daddy's gonna shoot you in the fucking face. Yeah! Alright. Took me some time, but we're back on track. I'm coming to kill you. I have a feeling I probably haven't put that in the kindest place. I'm going to try and retrieve that barrel and put it near the front of the house. He's certainly pissed off. Okay, hopefully this is the correct course of action. There we go.
With the creature gone, I knew that I had to explore the house, or perhaps its ruins, to find a way over the low-hanging cliff on the north side. I located a ladder which sufficed and propped it up against the lowest overhang I could find, and escaped the swamp.
Ah, so that was the ladder I saw before. Past the invisible walls.